Hello YouTube, welcome to Do Y'all Like Sharp Things with Jared and Omnivore Blade Works. This is the armory, and I have been laid up after hemorrhoid surgery for 2 weeks, and so I haven't done really much of anything because it hurts. It hurts to stand up. You don't want to know what it feels like. I can describe it though if you really want to know. Anyway, I've got some stuff that I had been working on before the blade show that customers have been waiting for. And here are a few of these items. I got some 5160 blades on the right, and I've got a Murder Tactical Gladius with a fat handle, and this is 3V. This one is like, that one's not spoken for. The Horribilis are all spoken for. This Hangry Opossum is, I put that on Instagram the other day. I got one of those in 5160, one in 3V, and another one in 3V, which was bronze. And then this is a 5160 Murder Tactical Gladius. And I'm going to redesign the sheath for the Murder sword because I really like open back sheaths, kind of like on my Kodiak, because it allows you to draw the knife or the sword a lot faster than if you had a straight pull all the way out. And with the shape of the Murder, which is sort of a bolo, on the original sheath, you have to put a spacer in there to keep the Kydex from pinching the edge and getting stuck. So I'm going to redo that for all these, and then I'm going to hopefully make a bunch more of these Gladius swords in the next year. So if you're interested in that design, please let me know so I can start putting together a cut list for the next batch. On the wall, I still have quite a lot of ETA tomahawks. They have the same head as the Anubis, which means they have under spike cutting edge and under hook cutting edge, as well as everything else. So there's a kind of a neutral balance combat utility tomahawk. I also have the karambit, 2 of them in aebl, and I have trainers to go with them if you would like to have one of those. There's only 2, and I have a bunch of trainers, so that's that. This is the I'm going to call it the Patriot Bowie version of my Kodiak survival sword. Zach Brown, the country singer, has the other one of these. This is 01 Aus-tempered steel, and it has red, white, and blue liners, and then a multicam micarta grip, brass tubing and pins, brass guard, and I'm going to blue this on the flats and then polish the well, it'll all be blued, but I'm going to put a satin finish on the bevels and then a sandblasted finish on the, or bee-blasted finish on the flats. Then the Tanuki katana, I think I have a couple of these spoken for now. But this is the first 4 turned out really nice. I've got 2 with the gray Taro Tough grips, and then I have 1 with tan grips, I think it's spoken for, and then 1 with green grips. So I got to figure out how to make a sheath for this thing. And then there's no distal taper on this. That's the one criticism I got at the blade show from some Japanese sword experts. James Williams, talked to him for a while, and he said that distal taper is really important for the strength of a blade. So this first batch of 3V blades is kind of a test batch, and so I may offer them at less than my original $2,500 asking price, but we'll see. Obviously, I'm going to give a good deal to returning customers. I was disappointed because on my G-Flex, on my epoxy dispenser adapters I made with my 3D printer, one of them cracked. So I got to redesign that and add some more material. moving out into the main shop, I'll share with you some news. Might as well just go ahead and tell you about it because it's not that big a deal. There's a big 20 horsepower phase converter in a box. And that is why I have the phase converter. Because my friend Nathan the machinist sold me the pig. It's a 20 tool changer, 3-axis CNC machining center. And it's ugly and slow, but it is going to help me make my first folding knife and probably some tomahawks and some other things that I hope all the world will love to see made in this shop. I'm going to be working on a sheath production zone in this area. I'm going to build an oven cabinet. I'm going to build a vacuum forming station, and I'm going to make a miniature pin router and drilling machine that I'm going to sell to the knife making and holster making community. And I'm hopefully going to do lots of great work this. I got to turn the light on. This late summer and fall and winter, I'm just going to work like crazy and have so much fun doing it, as long as I can sell stuff and make a living. All these things on the table, I need to move these things to beautiful, wonderful customers, because that way I can pursue my dreams that aren't just knife making, and also supply those people beautiful people that buy them with great quality knives. Grinding the aebl is going to be a fun new challenge after it's hard. And then of course all the hidden tang knives I'm looking forward to getting finished, because they are also challenging, and I'm gonna hopefully shift into a lot of more hidden tang blades as time goes by, because I think they have a lot of merit. I bought a box full of bits from precisebits.com for my CNC router back in the corner there. And then in the grinding room, I'm still working on some more sharpening and finish sanding projects with some more of these katanas, and then some sharpening for the horribilis that I need to get done, and then final work on some jackal tomahawks too. I'm enjoying the Cool Mist setup that I have here on my grinder. It's really simple. I can just kind of look over the grinder and put moisture on the belt, which keeps the blades from getting overheated while they're hardened, and I don't ruin any tempers. The only thing that I don't do with Cool Mist is my final strop when I sharpen with a 3-micron diamond spray on a leather belt. My dad went crazy and he bought a bunch of belts and bought a whole bunch of diamond spray, lapidary spray. So we've got everything down to 0.1 microns up to, I guess, 6 micron. I use 3 pretty much, and that's it, and it works. I don't need to go any sharper than that. But when we do some of our folders in the future, and any really fancy, sharp gentleman's blades, like if you're a doctor and you want a fixed blade boot knife, I'm going to make you a blade that's Hanzakuri grind with 0.1 micron edge, and it'll be incredible. Anyway, this is the Omnivore Blade Works Self-Reliance shop. I'm going to be up and running and practicing with this modified Arctodus sword, so that I can cut buckets and fish and ice cubes and all kinds of crap in half really fast. And hopefully it'll be on television. Alright, see you next time.